So do you also want to auto-generate Instagram did you know post? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to auto-generate did you know Instagram post using an AI agent. So like you, I also used to do it manually, but this is such a time-consuming and a tedious task. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add the did you know topic into my Google Sheets, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the content which further I can add back into my Google Sheets. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Sheets, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and Google Sheets. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how I use AI-powered workflow to turn simple nutrition topics into engaging did you know Instagram post for my health supplement brand. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to enter the date and the topic right over here in my spreadsheet. And once I'm just going to enter the date and the topic right over here, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the facts, the caption, and the hashtags. We don't have to do all of this manually, and we don't have to sound creative every time. Automatically you can see that within seconds in real time the fact, the caption, and the hashtags has been generated using the same topic which we entered. So yes, this is no magic, this is the power of automation which we are going to learn in today's video. And now further, my team can review it right from here and we can post it on our Instagram account. So yes, if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to stick to this video till the end. So to do this, we are simply going to open a new tab and we're just going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because I want to connect different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to get started with this automation we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I have already created multiple folders, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow. So I'm just going to name my workflow as this auto generate did you know Instagram post using an AI agent. And then we're simply going to click on this button which says create. And once we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the action responds towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're going to use the same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connects workflow. Alright, so now I'm just going to open my same spreadsheet in which I have the data. And this is the same spreadsheet which I want to connect with my Pabbly Connects workflow. And after opening this sheet, we simply have to go towards this extensions, add-ons, and then towards this get add-ons. And after coming over here towards this get add-ons, we have to add an extension right over here, which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So we are simply going to search for the same, which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And as you can see that I have already installed this extension right over here. So that is the reason that it is giving me the option of uninstall. But if you haven't installed this extension, you're going to get the option of install right over here, and you can install this extension right from here. And once you're just going to install this extension, you have to refresh your spreadsheet. So it is a really important step step to refresh your spreadsheet. Otherwise, you'll not be able to get the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks right over here in your extensions tab. And after getting this Pabbly Connect Webhooks option, what we have to do is we simply have to go towards this initial setup. And after coming over here towards this initial setup, we have to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So we are simply going to paste the webhook URL which we copied from our workflow right over here. And now for the trigger column, I'm simply going to enter my trigger column, which is B. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent towards your webhook URL. So over here, what I want is that as soon as I enter the date and the topic, automatically only these details should be sent towards my webhook URL. And then automatically Pabbly is going to generate the rest of the details. So I'm just going to keep my trigger column as B because I only want to send 2 details. If you want to send 3 details, you can keep it as C and so on. So the trigger column will be according to your own spreadsheet. And after doing this, I'm simply going to click on this button which says submit. And once we're just going to click on this submit, it is saying setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully created a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connects workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So to do this, what we're just going to do is first we're just going to go towards this extensions Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and over here you can see the button of send on event. So you have to keep in mind that this button should always be switched on right over here, because upon switching on this button, what is going to happen is that whenever a new test submission will be made, automatically the details will be sent towards your webhook URL. Alright, so after switching on this button, we are ready to do the test submission. So first I'm just going to enter my date right over here. For that, I'm just going to enter my date, which is this. And after entering this date, we're just going to move on further. I'm just going to enter the topic right over here. And after entering both of these details, automatically we have successfully did the test submission, and now these details have been sent towards my webhook URL, which is towards my workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response for the same. Pabbly has captured the topic and the date too. And with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what is going to happen is that whenever we are going to do the test submission, automatically the details will be sent towards my webhook URL. And now what we're going to do is I'm just going to auto generate did you know Instagram post right over here. So to do this, I'm simply going to select my action application as my AI agent, which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI and select it right over here. And now for the action event, we are simply going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. So I'm just going to simply go towards my OpenAI API key page to get the API key which I need to enter here. And after opening this page, we are simply going to go towards this create new secret key button, and now I'm just going to enter my key name. And now it's just going to move on forward. I'm just going to select the project and click on this create secret key button. And now once we're just going to click on this create secret key button, my key has been created. So I'm simply going to copy this key and click on this done. And now I'm just going to paste this same token right over here. And after pasting this, we are simply going to click on this button which says save. And with this, we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me to select the AI model. So over here for my AI model, I'm just going to keep it as GPT-4 only. You can select any another of your choice. And now it is asking me to enter the prompt. So I'm simply going to enter my prompt right over here. And yes, we have successfully entered the prompt, which is give fact, caption and hashtags for an Instagram post for the following nutrition topic. So I'm simply going to enter the topic right over here, but we're not going to enter the topic manually by typing it like this, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm simply going to map the topic right over here. So I'm just going to look for topic in the response of my previous step and map it. And after doing this, I'm simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send test request. And once we're just going to click on the save and send test request, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the facts, the captions and the hashtags. So as you can see that my AI agent has generated me the fact right over here. Over here you can see the caption related to the same fact, and also you can see the hashtag right over here. So yes, you can see that with this we have successfully generated all of these details. And now I'm just going to add these details into my Google Sheets. For that, I'm just going to add another action step and select the action application as my Google Sheets. And And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as update row. So I'm just going to search for update row right over here and select it. And now I'm just going to click on this button which says connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can simply click on this button which says select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now you have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And now Pabbly is asking me to select my Gmail account. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account, with the help of which I'm just going to connect my Google Sheets. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account right over here, and now Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So I'm just going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. Now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So I'm simply going to select the spreadsheet right over here. So as you can see, the name of my spreadsheet is Did You Know Instagram Post Calendar. So I'm just going to select the same right over here. And now I'm just going to select the sheet right over here, which is sheet 1. Now it's just going to move on further. Now it is asking me for the row index over here. I'm simply going to map the row index. I'm just going to look for the same and map it. And now it is asking me for many other details. So I'm only just going to update these 3 details, which is fact, caption, and hashtags. So to update these details, I'm simply going to map these 3 details right over here with the help of the response we received from our OpenAI. Alright, so one by one, I'm just going to map all of these 3 details. Alright, so first I'm just going to map the fact right over here, which my AI agent generated. Then I'm just going to map the caption right over here. And at last, I'm just going to map the hashtags. And after mapping all of these details, I'm simply going to click on this button which says save and send as request. And once I'm just going to click on this button, with this, we have successfully added these details into our spreadsheet. So I'm just going to open my spreadsheet, and as you can see, the details have been added right over here. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, and now whenever I'm just going to add a date and topic right over here, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the facts, the caption, and the hashtags and add it right over here in my spreadsheet. All of this is going to happen in backend, and like I showed you in the starting of this video, we just have to add the topic and the date, and within seconds in real time, these 3 details will be generated and added right over here. We don't have to go back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed this video and this workflow too. And now if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.